tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa nahi verena verani sammanti ca kudacanang averena ca sammanti esa dhammo sanantano. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened Buddha. Dear friends in the Dhamma, today we are going to discuss very important point in our life, very important emotion in our life. Can you show me anyone who did not get angry in their life? I think no one can show. We are, as human beings, we have these emotions which arise when there are certain conditions. For example, if your friends or children or wife is not happy with you, they might scold you, they might blame you, they might disgrace you, then what will happen to you? You will definitely get angry. You will definitely get, sometimes this anger has defined by the Buddha in a different levels. In Pali we use krodha, vaira, veri, or light resentment. So different levels of anger are there in our human life. So when this anger has gone to an extreme, it becomes a hatred. Hatred towards maybe your partner, before you were friends, now we are hating each other so much. So sometimes small slight dislikes also come under anger. Fear also, according to Buddhist psychology, comes under anger because it's come out of repulsiveness. So how are we going to deal with anger? Because when we have anger in our mind, we can be very nasty. We can be very harmful people. Perhaps sometimes people, when they are angry, they commit suicide, they commit homicide. So it is very important to manage and control our anger. The first place, when we are angry, physically our body change a lot. Our body heat rise up, our heart rate will goes up, our artery tension also goes up, and certain hormones like cortisol and serotonin, these things will secrete into our human body. So, and our brain also function quite faster, and these physical changes are no good for our health in long run. Secondly, socially also it impacts. Some people are quickly and easily get angry. So when you get angry very easily and quickly, your social life become very difficult to continue, because you might lose your friends, you might lose your colleagues, you are working in the office. And also, these conflicts might lead for further development and have more and more bigger problems. And spiritually it is also not good, because when we are angry, we might not be able to develop our opposite spiritual quality, kindness and compassion, because they go totally against the kindness and compassion. Buddha one time in Anguttara Nikaya explained anger in three different ways, giving three different similes. The simile he gave is, if you are carving something on a stone, perhaps you may have visited in Anuradhapura. During the time of the Devanampiyatis reign, the king Devanampiyatis offered some cave temples to the monks. And on those caves he has written some inscriptions saying these caves are given to the monks coming from four directions: Agata, Anagata, Sagasat, Chatudisa. So these carvings were done more than 2000 years ago, but still these impressions, the marks that is made on the rock, is still remaining. So sometimes when people got angry, they write down so deeply in their heart, in their mind, the anger, the hatred inside their mind. So another example, another level of anger we have is explained in another simile by the Buddha, as you are writing something on the earth. When you write something on the earth, it can be washed away by the rain, maybe people walk over it, it can be erased. Or as the winds blow, some more soils come over it and cover it up. So it can go away, not like something you written on a stone or rock, which can last longer and longer. So when you write something on the earth, it can be erasable, it can be gone. The marks can be gone very soon, not like writing on the stone. The third level of anger, Buddha explained, is when you are writing something on the water. Perhaps if you are having a basin of water, if you want to write your first letter of your name, if you try to mark it on the water, it don't remain. The water, the marks you made on the water will disappear as much soon as you take out the finger from that area. So if you can, if we cannot, perhaps until we get enlightenment, it is very hard for us to not to get angry. But still, if we can come down from writing on the rock to the writing on earth, or writing from earth to writing on the water, that is much more healthier. That is much more good for our body, our mind, and our relationships. Because anger also can be transmitted from person to person. I heard a story in one family. There was one family and they have a car, and their neighbor also buy a new car. The neighbor has two cars, and neighbor park always his car in front of the house of the other neighbor. And when he want to go, he couldn't go, because that day his work was so urgent and he wanted to go. But that neighbor's car is blocking his gate. He horn him, and the daughter come to the father and wanted to give a hug before she wanted to go to school, and she pushed away the daughter and blamed the daughter because he was angry he couldn't go to the work early. And he also scolded the wife. And after that, the neighbor, he horn, and the neighbor comes and take his car. And this person, after this incident, he was going very fast and furious and angry. And on the way, he met with an accident, because his concentration was not good, because so furious, because few times this neighbor blocked his gate and he had to leave to work very little bit late. So this anger that he had also transferred to his daughter, to wife, and also in that way it is quite a contagious. Sometimes in the society when we have anger against some other groups, so it can be grown, and also it is easily increasable, because not like other things, these mental factors are very can be easily increased by ourselves. We can add some more few factors from the past, like previously also he blamed me and now also he is making a blame. Like that we can make the anger more bigger and bigger. So how can we control this anger? Buddha gave a very nice meditation technique which is called Chittanupassana, to looking at your own mind, how your thoughts are arising, how your thoughts are vanishing, and how your thoughts are working inside your mind. It's like watching TV. When you want to watch TV, you can watch the TV, sit in front of the TV and switch on the remote. So similarly, if you can bring your awareness inside to your mind, you can see your thoughts of anger arising within yourself. And how it is increasing also you can see. And if it is decreasing also you can see. Let me give an example. Our mind is like a sky. When you look at the sky, sometimes our sky is so blue, so nice. Sometimes it's clouded with dark clouds. Sometimes here and there are white clouds. The dark clouds, we can say these are the dark clouds, are our anger, our hatred, our desires. So these things, when they come into the mind, these thoughts, when they come into the mind, they won't remain forever. Like the cloud that come into the sky, they will pass to another area, another direction. They won't remain forever. Similarly, these thoughts and comes and go, they will not remain forever. So if you can pay a little bit of attention to your mind inside, how the thought process is going on, this will help you. These things will reduce the intensity of anger. Because you know that you are gone mad. You know that you are so outrageous, so angry, and you know what is going on in your mind. It's the best medicine you can give to your mind. And also Buddha talk about the opposite of the anger is the loving kindness. But when you are angry, it is not the time for you to practice loving kindness, because your mental state is very hard for us to practice my kindness. But also when you have anger in your mind, you can also develop another good quality, that is thinking of the person or the situation that makes you angry, because these persons are imperfect. Those people who make you angry, those people who make you frustrated, those people make you traumatized, also may be undergoing very deep and very sad part of their life. They are having a very bad time in their life. So their frustrations may come out as a form of annoying words or as a form of a blame. So when those things come, we need to forgive them. We need to understand them. We need to show a little bit of care and compassion towards them. Then we can, instead of getting angry about these people, we can understand their situation, and we can be open-minded, and we can help them to, perhaps help them to recover from their suffering or the difficult situation. And Buddha speak very few techniques in the Vitakka Santana Sutta how to overcome anger. So Buddha went to monks in the Jetavana temple, and he addressed the monks, and he asked, I will teach you 5 methods to overcome whatever unskillful, unwholesome, bad thoughts arise in your mind. The first techniques he taught us to is to, if these thoughts are based on desire, if these thoughts are based on hatred, if these thoughts are based on delusion, You must pay attention, you must reflect on such thoughts in order to get rid of that, in order to avoid these thoughts. Buddha gave a very fine example or the simile of a carpenter. You know, olden days, even today, when carpenters making wooden things, they use wooden nails, we call it peg. But when he used these pegs to make table or chair, sometimes these pegs get spoiled or termites attack them, and we need to repair it. When you need to repair it, how do you take out the old coarse peg? You use a fine new peg, and with the hammer or wooden hammer, you push or hit to the new wooden peg, and the wooden peg will go out from the other end of the hole. So similarly, when you have bad thoughts, unwholesome thoughts in your mind, you need to have good thoughts in your mind instead of bad thoughts. So you are replacing good thoughts with bad thoughts. So in that way you can get rid of unwholesome, unskillful, bad thoughts in your mind based on desire, hatred or delusion. Then even having done this effort, make this effort, still if you cannot get rid of your bad thoughts, Buddha gave another example, another way, another method to overcome the unskillful thoughts. How can we get rid of the disadvantages, unskillful thoughts in our mind? Buddha asks us to look at the disadvantages of these thoughts. Actually, Buddha says that when you do something unskillful, there are certain repercussions, certain bad results will come to you. One is attanuvada bhaya. You must be fear about people scolding you, people blaming you, people disgracing you because of your these actions based on these thoughts. Then paranavada bhaya, the first one is you must yourself protect your dignity, and you must look after your dignity. You feel bad. The second one is paranuvada bhaya, you must have some fear, scaredness about people blaming on you because of the things you are doing based on these thoughts. And also rajanuvada bhaya, that you must be aware that when you do these unwholesome deeds, the government or the police or the law enforcement will catch you and punish you, send you to the prison. So you must think about this, and you must get rid of these bad thoughts. And likewise, you can in different ways reflect the disadvantages of these unwholesome thoughts. And also you can think about your next world, the rebirth, because if you do bad things in this world, our rebirth is not going to be a good one, happy one. So it is very important for us to have a good understanding about the disadvantages of unwholesome thoughts. And still, and Buddha gave a very nice simile, if you have very nicely dressed, you want to go to party or you want to go to a wedding or some big function with the government or big, so you are nicely dressed, you are wearing the most expensive costume, a young man or young woman, and if someone comes and put carcasses of a human body or a snake or dog, will you like it? No, definitely you don't like it, right? So similarly, if you look at the disadvantages, you see like your unwholesome thoughts as a carcasses or something repulsive, something not nice. So you must definitely reject it. You must take it out. So in that way, you can get rid of your bad thoughts. And also, you can shift your attentions. Sometimes if you cannot get rid of your bad thoughts, you can shift your attention to something else. For example, if a man is running very fast, he might think, why should I run? Why should I walk past? Then he began to walk past. Then a thought might come into his mind, why should I walk past? I will walk slowly. And also later on he think, okay, why should I walk slowly? I should stand up. And similarly he think, I should lie down. In this way, he is changing his posture, his way of journey to a very relaxing situation. So similarly, we can think our mind, we are running past and we are running so quick. We don't see the true picture, real nature around us. And if you look at the real nature and what is going around us, we must be quite slower and look inside our mind. In that way, the Buddha says we need to avoid our unwholesome, unskillful thoughts. And also, if you can't get rid of your unwholesome states of mind, you can make great effort to avoid the unskillful thoughts. Like a strong man taking a weaker man by shoulder or by hands or by his neck and shake him. Similarly, you can also take your unwholesome bad thoughts with the good thoughts and shake it and remove it. So in Buddhism we need to have good effort, right effort, in order to overcome the unwholesome thoughts, unwholesome ideas in our mind. Because our mind is like a river, always flowing and always having bad and negative thoughts in our mind. If we don't pay attention, if you are not mindful of what is going on, this water in the river goes to the sea. When this water goes into the sea, you cannot use it, it becomes salty. But if you look after the water, if you look at the water and take the fresh water and save it, so you can use it in future. You can use for drinking, cooking and other things. It's the same way. If you look at your mind and guard your mind, protect your mind from unwholesome thoughts, you can use these nice thoughts for future in the samsaric journey, in this whole life, to be happy and meaningful. And then you will find a purpose in life. Sometimes people don't find purpose. We need to find a purpose and make others and ourselves happy. That is the purpose of life. So today we discuss to control our anger, to develop our kindness towards the other beings and fellow beings, and share and care for others. So let us transfer these merits to all the devas, heavenly beings. May the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha guide you and protect you and bless you. May all of you attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Akasattha ca bummata deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakantu sasanang. Akasattha ca bummata deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakantu sasanang. Akasattha ca bummata deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakantu tang sadha.